Hello and welcome to VC Asia Pacific X. I'm Deb Dietz, co-chair of the conference. Always aim high, work hard, and care deeply about what you believe in. And when you stumble, keep the faith. And when you're knocked down, get right back up again and never listen to anyone who says you can't or shouldn't go on. Hillary Clinton. What I learned from talking to so many women around the world, if you can empower them with the right things, the right tools, they can lift up their families. And that ultimately lifts up their communities and their society. Melinda Gates. On my own, I will just create. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, I'll create something new. I don't have any limitations on what I think I could be or do. Oprah Winfrey. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can get out of it. Maya Angelou. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. Michelle Obama. Today, I want to share a vision with you, a vision for a future where women and minority entrepreneurs thrive, where barriers are broken, and where opportunities are abundant. As we delve into this topic, let's explore 5 challenges faced by these entrepreneurs and the strategies we can implement to create a more inclusive and supportive ecosystem for their success. Number 1, understanding their challenges. Firstly, it's essential to recognize the unique challenges that women and minority entrepreneurs often encounter, from limited access to capital to networks and biases and stereotypes. These obstacles can hinder their growth and progress. Additionally, systemic inequalities and historical injustices have contributed to the disparities that we see today. But in spite of these challenges, women and minority entrepreneurs demonstrate resilience, creativity, and determination in pursuing their entrepreneurial dreams. Creating opportunities. To realize our vision, we must create opportunities that level the playing field for all entrepreneurs. So this involves implementing policies and initiatives that promote diversity and inclusion in entrepreneurship, encouraging mentorship programs, providing access to affordable capital, and offering targeted support services are just a few ways we can empower women and minority entrepreneurs to succeed. Fostering collaboration. Collaboration is key to fostering an environment where women and minority entrepreneurs can thrive. By bringing together stakeholders from various sectors, from government, from academia, corporations, and nonprofit organizations, we can leverage our collective resources and expertise to address systemic barriers and drive positive change. Collaboration also enables us to exchange ideas, share best practices, and learn from one another's experiences, which is exactly why we are all here together this week. We are here to collaborate. We are here to exchange ideas, to share best practices, and to learn from one another's experience. Harnessing the power of technology. Technology plays a crucial role in advancing the interests of women and minority entrepreneurs. From e-commerce platforms and digital marketing tools to online networking communities and virtual mentorship programs to virtual global conferences, technology offers innovative solutions to overcome traditional barriers to entry. By harnessing the power of technology, we can expand access to entrepreneurial opportunities and empower individuals from diverse backgrounds to pursue their business ventures. Promoting diversity in leadership. Promoting diversity in leadership is essential for creating a more inclusive entrepreneurial ecosystem. By elevating the voices of women and minority entrepreneurs in leadership positions, we can inspire future generations and challenge existing norms. Additionally, diverse leadership teams bring a range of perspectives and insights to the table, driving innovation and driving business success. Empowering women and minority entrepreneurs is not just a matter of social justice. It's also smart economic strategy. By removing barriers, creating opportunities, fostering collaboration, harnessing technology, and promoting diversity in leadership, we can build a more equitable and prosperous future for all. Here are some key data points and statistics about women entrepreneurs in business. Women-owned businesses are one of the fastest growing segments of the entrepreneurship environment globally. According to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor report, women entrepreneurship rates have been steadily increasing worldwide. In the United States alone, there are over 13 million women-owned businesses, representing approximately 40% of all businesses, according to the National Association of Women Business Owners, or NABO. Revenue generation. Despite the high number of women-owned businesses, they contribute less to total business revenues compared to male-owned businesses. Data shows that women-owned businesses generate around 4% of the total business revenues in the United States. Access to capital. Women entrepreneurs often face challenges in accessing capital compared to their male counterparts. Studies show that women-owned businesses receive significantly less funding from venture capitalists and angel investors. And according to a report by PitchBook and AllRaise, female founders received less than 2% of total venture capital funding last year. Industry distribution. Women-owned businesses are prevalent across various industries, including healthcare, retail, professional services, and technology. However, they are often clustered in sectors such as healthcare and social assistance, accommodation, food services, and the retail trade. And there are global disparities. There are significant disparities in women's entrepreneurship rates and opportunities across different countries and regions. Factors such as cultural norms, legal frameworks, access to education, here we all are this week, access to education, this is critically important, and socioeconomic conditions influence women's participation in entrepreneurship. The impact on employment. Women-owned businesses contribute to job creation and economic growth. Studies suggest that if women entrepreneurs were to achieve parity with men in terms of business ownership and revenues, it could add trillions of dollars to the global economy and create millions of new jobs. Just think about that for a minute. Trillions of dollars added to the global economy if there was parity. Barriers and challenges. Women entrepreneurs face various challenges, including limited access to networks and mentors, gender biases, and stereotypes, balancing work and family responsibilities, and navigating male-dominated industries and leadership roles. Policy and support initiatives. Governments, organizations, and advocacy groups are implementing policies and initiatives to support women entrepreneurs. These include providing access to capital, offering business development programs and mentorship opportunities, and advocating for gender-inclusive entrepreneurship ecosystems. And there are many entrepreneurial success stories for women and minorities. These entrepreneurs have achieved remarkable success in their ventures. They inspire others and breaking barriers in traditionally male-dominated industries. So you may be asking yourself, why are Ram and I so focused on bringing education and skills-based training to entrepreneurs? Education and skills-based training play a crucial role in the success of entrepreneurs for many reasons. Number one, knowledge acquisition. Education provides entrepreneurs with essential knowledge about business fundamentals, industry trends, market dynamics, and best practices. Skills-based training enhances their competencies in areas such as leadership, strategy, communication, decision-making, which are vital for navigating the complexities of entrepreneurship. Risk mitigation. Entrepreneurship inherently involves risk-taking, but education and training can help mitigate risks by equipping entrepreneurs with the necessary skills to identify potential challenges, assess opportunities, and develop effective strategies for managing uncertainty. Innovation and creativity. Education fosters creativity and innovation by exposing entrepreneurs to diverse perspectives, ideas, and experiences. Over the course of the next 4 days, you will be hearing from more than 80 speakers, 80 subject matter experts sharing their expertise with you. Skills-based training in areas such as design thinking, ideation, and innovation management can spark entrepreneurial creativity and drive the development of innovative products, services, and business models. Adaptability and resilience. The business landscape is constantly evolving, and entrepreneurs need to be adaptable and resilient to navigate changes and overcome obstacles. Education and training instill a growth mindset, resilience, and adaptability, enabling entrepreneurs to pivot, iterate, and persevere in the face of adversity. Networking and collaboration. Education provides opportunities for entrepreneurs to network with peers, mentors, industry experts, and potential collaborators. Skills-based training and networking, relationship building, and collaboration enhances entrepreneurs' ability to form strategic partnerships, access resources, and leverage collective expertise to drive business growth. And access to opportunities. Education and skills-based training opens doors to various opportunities, including access to funding, markets, mentorship, and support networks. Entrepreneurs with relevant qualifications and competencies are more likely to attract investors, attract customers, attract strategic partners, leading to greater success and sustainability. Continuous learning and improvement. Entrepreneurship is a journey of continuous learning and improvement. Education and skills-based training encourage lifelong learning and professional development, enabling entrepreneurs to stay updated on industry trends, emerging technologies, and evolving market demands, thereby maintaining their competitive edge. Education and skills-based training are critical for empowering entrepreneurs with the knowledge, capabilities, and mindset needed to launch and grow successful ventures, drive innovation, and make a positive impact in the global economy. Being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. We use a metaphor to explain the roller coaster ride that we're all on. We've bought our tickets, gotten on the ride, but there's a reason that brought us, each of us, to buy our ticket in the first place. A spark. My spark was my dad. I shared my story in my opening remarks at VC Latinx and VC EuropeX last year about the reason why I became an entrepreneur. And my reason, my spark, was my dad. He was my champion. He was the person who understood what I wanted to accomplish. And his belief in me was paramount to me never giving up. And over the past 10 years of running my own business, I've had my fair share of failures, multiple failures, some leaving me in the depths of despair. When you're down like that, you have a choice. You either keep spiraling down or grab yourself by your bootstraps and keep going. For me, being a cancer survivor provided me with a kind of resilience that kept me moving forward. When you hear your diagnosis, for me, stage 3B cancer, 2 months away from being terminally ill, it brings you to your knees. Hearing those words, devastating, in the doctor's office, me, my mom, my dad, and my husband, all 4 of us on our knees in complete and utter terror. I had a choice. I had really no other option but to fight. I remember thinking I was lucky that my son was a teenager when I was sick. And so if I died, it's not like he would lose his mom as a small child. And I was grateful for that. But the look on his face when he'd come to the hospital, beating the doctors, making their rounds at 6 a.m., visiting me before school started. Here was this kid, my kid, bringing coffee, donuts, bagels, hoping I would eat something. But of course, I couldn't. One night at midnight, the nurses came into my shared room and wheeled me into a private room in the corner of the hospital's oncology floor. And I was grateful for the quiet. Unable to sleep due to my anxiety, even though I had sedation, at 2 a.m., I felt a noticeable presence in my hospital room. Everything around me was quiet. But I was not alone. And I remember praying then, thinking, I'm giving my illness to God to fight for me. But I knew I had to do the hard work. I had to do the hard work, the excruciating treatments, gut-wrenching chemotherapy. They called my chemotherapy the red devil. That's how toxic it was. It actually was red, also, the medication. They would infuse the chemotherapy, stop, then run saline through my veins to prevent the medication from literally frying my veins. This went on for hours. Each treatment was hours long. Then 6 surgeries, staph infections, central lines in my chest. One of the medications was flown in from the CDC, and they came into my hospital room in hazmat suits to infuse it into my central line. I was sick beyond words, but I knew in my hospital room that night that I was going to be okay. That was 16 years ago. I've been in remission ever since. How do you get through things like this? Cancer, failures, loss, severe lows, anxiety. You get through them by believing in yourself, believing you can overcome adversity. I survived bad cancer. If I can do that, I can do anything, right? One of the most important lessons as you embark on your journey as a business owner is to believe in yourself, because doubt is the greatest enemy. To overcome doubt, you must develop skills and talents, because those are the tools that you need to succeed. Our fear of the unknown and our fear of making mistakes tricks us into focusing on what we don't know or can't do. But when we give ourselves the freedom to be uncertain and less than perfect, then we can start thinking, what do I know? What can I do? And then the adventure begins. The vision for our conferences came from a conversation Ram and I had at the beginning of last year. On my talk show, Ask Deb About Business, we speak with subject matter experts about emerging trends in business, challenges, opportunities, and our promise for the show is to share knowledge with an expectation that our audience will get some practical advice that they can make actionable for themselves and their businesses. We also became aware of the injustices when it came to funding of women for their businesses, that women receive significantly less than others do when it comes to raising capital. And then we learned an even harsher reality. Other minorities, LGBTQ, Asian, Black, and Brown communities face the same problem. And even worse, those in a double minority status receive even fewer funding opportunities. And because Ram heads up a media company, television, radio, magazines, blogs, podcasts, video on demand capabilities, and I head up a digital education company, we looked at each other and said, rather than just talk about this injustice, let's leverage our collective horsepower and do something about this. And thus, VC Latinx was born in May of last year, where we hosted over 1,000 attendees from 25 countries. And at VC APAX this past October, we hosted over 1,000 attendees from 46 countries. And now, VC APAX Conference. Between VC Latinx, VC APAX, and now VC APAX conferences, we've gathered over 34,000 members in our conference Facebook communities. So, instead of gathering one expert to be a guest on our talk show every other week, we've gathered over 80 experts who are committed over the next 4 days to dedicating time and effort to ensure women and minorities, all of you, receive the same opportunities others do. We want to ensure your innovations come to fruition, that you have the greatest probability for success. From the teenage girl in Africa in the thin, bare cotton dress, who found her way into a workshop being given by one of my colleagues so she could learn how to better communicate so that she could sell more eggs to help support her family, to the women sex trafficked in Ghana who are learning computer skills to become virtual assistants to help themselves out of dire circumstances, to the woman farmer in rural Colombia who wants to qualify for funding to expand her farm. There are stories like this everywhere, and Ram and I are committed to helping everyone's innovation come to fruition, that everyone has the greatest probability for success. We're leading with education. We're leading with training. We're leading with coaching. And we're leading with community, the 4 pillars of our conference. This is VC Asia Pacific X. We have plans to take this conference to other places in the world. Mid-year this year will be in the Middle East and Africa. This fall will be in Latin America, and this winter will be in Europe. Today, we have more than 50 countries attending our conference. Thank you for being part of such a meaningful event. We thank our sponsors, partners, speakers, educators, coaches, exhibitors, and suppliers for their significant contributions. Together, we will make a difference, to help level the playing field for women and minorities all over the world. As I close this session, let us remember the extraordinary journey of women and minority entrepreneurs throughout history. From overcoming adversity to achieving remarkable success, their stories inspire us to dream bigger, to work harder, and never give up on our aspirations. I'm going to say that again. Never give up on our aspirations and do the work. Let us embrace the challenges ahead with courage, resilience, and a steadfast belief in our abilities. Together, we can shatter barriers, defy expectations, and pave the way for a future where every woman and minority entrepreneur can thrive. Thank you for joining us on this empowering journey, and may we continue to support and uplift one another as we forge ahead towards greatness. I leave you with the words of Simon Sinek. Don't quit. Never give up trying to build the world you can see, even if others can't see it. Listen to your drum and only your drum. It's the one that makes the sweetest sound.